Bora 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 City, we're back with another Bora magazine. Hello everyone and welcome back to Shiki. So we watched part 1 of trends that BTS created. Now, thankfully for us, there's also a part 2 which we're going to check out. You know, Bora does a wonderful job with these videos and we enjoy watching them. So thank you, Bora. Woo! Yeah! Thank you. And yeah, before we get started, you can vote for BTS on Choi Idol, on Fanstar, Shining Awards for Tae, and pre-ordering and pre-saving 7 for JK. While you get ready and stream all the albums, stream as much as you can, Take Two, all their recent releases, all their albums. There's playlists that you can ask for. You can join the community, or you can just ask in the comments and we will reply with the playlist of your choice for streaming in general. But yeah, let's go.
After releasing the compilation of trends BTS has created, I received many comments asking me to do a part 2, or just saying, you forgot about this one, you forgot about this other one. So I was finally able to compile even more trends BTS has created. Don't forget to watch the first part if you haven't already.
To be fair, they have done so many things, it's hard to keep up. So
Number 12, the ending fairies. The ending fairy is the ending shot of an individual member staring into the camera right after they finish their performance. And believe it or not, this is a very controversial topic that many take way too seriously in my opinion. But one thing is for sure, BTS did not invent ending fairies, but they may have made it a trend, or at least they brought back to life a small old trend that went completely dead. Because since BTS incorporated an ending fairy pose in their Boy With Love choreography, and started making fun of it, it's now expected for every single K-pop group to do an ending fairy shot after their performances.
no one does it like them. Oh my
Number
god, I
11,
love it.
English
No one does it like they do.
subtitles.
English subtitles.
BTS were the first Korean artists, or one of the first Korean artists, to add English subtitles to their music videos. Now it's basically a rule for every Korean act to have English subtitles on their music videos. But pre-BTS's worldwide domination, it was not
Worldwide
common
domination.
at all. Psy even said in an interview, since BTS were rookies, they kept adding English subtitles in their music videos on YouTube. They were the only team who did it. So after watching it, I thought I should add them too. So that's how I started to add them in my videos.
Wow, that's insane, and that's coming from Psy, who had a lot of global success with his music as well. So I love that he's giving them their dues.
I think this was one of the multiple little things that BTS always did to connect with fans in a non-traditional way at the time, which was through social media. So the more BTS started growing internationally, the more groups were coming up with English subtitles in their music videos. However, BTS's Bangtan Bombs and Bangtan episodes did not have English subtitles for years. This helped create the strong connection that Korean armies have with international armies, since multilingual armies were translating this kind of content for free. But of course, once BTS became too big, BigHit listened to ARMY's request and finally added English subtitles to their other content as well as their music videos. Number 10, YouTube.
Okay, so that's actually really sweet. It showcases how the steps that BTS are taking or took, and also how wonderful ARMY are, because if there's one thing I've learned is ARMY are so helpful. They do so many different things for free without asking for anything. Really, it's just like to keep the community going and making it grow. Honestly, that's why we see a lot of older content. It's subbed by Bangtan Subs, for example, a very good group that subbed a lot of things. And I have to say, I want to give them my thanks as well, because they have clearly done a wonderful job as well. And because like once you get into BTS, I feel like you can't just listen and just move past it, but like you're caught in the rabbit hole quite literally, and then you just continue. YouTube premieres.
BTS also beat another one of their records with the biggest YouTube music video premiere after Butter racked up more than 3.9 million peak concurrent viewers.
In 2018, YouTube created the premiere feature that lets videos be broadcasted like a live stream. But it was only after BTS started using the premiere option to drop their music videos when other K-pop groups stopped uploading their videos on the scheduled time and started using this feature. I even remember ARMYs being kind of worried because we were the guinea pigs of this new practice of connecting the comeback live stream and the music video premiere. We didn't know if we were supposed to close one link and open the other one immediately. Now we know that you don't have to do anything. YouTube will take you to the music video premiere immediately after the comeback live stream finishes. So after BTS started using the premiere feature successfully and actually broke the record of concurrent viewers on a YouTube premiere, it basically became a rule for every K-pop act as well as other worldwide artists to premiere their music videos. Number 9.
Look, we're seeing quite literally a trend with all these different trends, aren't we? Every time, every single time BTS does something and everyone's just like keeping their eyes on BTS like, okay, let's see how that goes. Everyone, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's quick. Comeback maps.
It is divided in 4 phases, just like the 4 versions of the album. It has the dates for when they plan to release content leading up to the album and MV release.
Map of the Soul 7 truly changed the game. As part of the announcement of the multiple projects planned for Map of the Soul 7, BTS released a comeback map with the dates and times of each activity. And even though this is not something BTS has created, since they started releasing comeback maps, it became an extremely common practice for K-pop acts to release their own. Even Benny Blanco made sure to release his own comeback map for Bad Decisions, his collaboration with BTS and Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
Number 8, promoting in the
Bad
US.
decisions. I didn't know much about comeback maps, but I was surprised because they give you the entire schedule, which gives you things to look forward to continuously. Like, I feel like they've changed the game when it comes to music in general. Just like, it's like you're excited for presents, you know, like Christmas. It's like, you know what's happening in December, and the same thing whenever they release music. It's like, or like even let's take Festa for example.
US TV debut. Make some noise for BTS.
Before BTS had their official debut in America with DNA, there were only a couple of K-pop groups that tried to target the American music industry. However, once they failed, no other group followed. On the other hand, when BTS started to regularly promote in the US, every old and new K-pop group started promoting in the US. Just like BTS, they started performing or having interviews with radios, magazines, and if they were lucky, late night shows and award shows. This is why number 7 is American award shows.
The American Music Award goes to
Bangtan!
This may be a weird one, but since BTS started getting nominated and winning at the big American award shows, other award shows made it kind of a trend to nominate K-pop groups to special K-pop categories and to invite random K-pop groups to their ceremonies. Some K-pop groups even invite themselves to the red carpet and then leave before the ceremony
Wait, what?
starts because they are not even nominated.
No way, what? Who? I'm crying. Someone. No way, there's a group out there that was like, you know what? It's AMAs today. Let's just pull up to the red carpet. Let's just go. And then before the show starts, let's go home. Get some of that limelight. No way. Did that actually happen? I need to know who. That is so funny. I just imagine like they just go on the red carpet all dressed up and everyone thinks like they're nominated but they're not, and you know everyone's taking photos, everyone's like talking about them, and then the manager's like, it's time to go, just wait a minute, just wait 2 more minutes. No way, I can't believe this.
6 pre-release single.
Also, those, I feel like the American award shows, in hindsight, they wish they didn't do the things that they did. Because clearly, BTS became such a threat, like genuinely, that they felt compelled to, they felt like they had to basically separate BTS and remove BTS from the main categories, which is honestly, it speaks of you. It's being a coward, not authentic, and a lot of other things that I would like to say, but I will keep the video lighthearted. Still, I just think it is what it is. Worldwide domination. Pre-release singles. What's happening?
BTS and basically every other Korean artist has always released a single or title track with a music video along with an album or mini album. This was the regular way of promoting a song, and sometimes BTS will release an album with a title track, which obviously has a music video, and also release another music video for another song of the album. However, in January of 2020, BTS changed the rule and dropped Black Swan, a pre-release single that helped build anticipation for the main single On, as well as the album Map of the Soul 7. The Black Swan music video was dropped unexpectedly, and it helped Map of the Soul 7 become the most popular album of the year. Since then, it's a very common practice for K-pop acts to drop a pre-release single in anticipation of their main single. Number 5, album chapters and trilogies.
And literally, BTS can just go outside, and instead of running, they just crawl as a form of cardio before every album release, and everyone will be like, you know what, we just found out that it's one of the best things to do, and everyone's gonna do it. Literally.
We talked about schools with 3 albums, and then we talked about youth with 3 albums.
You've probably noticed that BTS loves album chapters and trilogies. They have The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2, and The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Young Forever. They have Love Yourself Her, Love Yourself Dear, and Love Yourself Answer. They have Map of the Soul Persona and Map of the Soul 7. And even their first 3 EPs are part of a trilogy. But it was this format, the one that became a very popular trend in K-pop, especially after the massive success of the Love Yourself trilogy. Number 4, aiming for Billboard and Grammys.
I think the trilogy thing is so nice.
The biggest achievement an artist can receive in the Korean music industry is a Daesang, also known as Grand Prize. This has been the award every Korean artist aimed for. However, after BTS started appearing on the Billboard charts and getting multiple Billboard Music
And they have the most,
Awards
by the way.
and American Music Awards, K-pop acts suddenly stopped seeing Daesangs as the biggest award they can get and started wishing for Billboard instead.
Getting on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
BBMAs. Yeah, BBMAs. 거기 너무 가고 싶네요. 네.
Billboard. Billboard. The Billboard, AMA, and the Grammy Awards. Billboard
Like I
charts.
said in my last video, Korean artists now drop music on Fridays.
The Billboard. Shame on you, Billboard. Wait, we have JK's 7 coming out on the 14th. Then we have more Namjoon projects. We have Tae's album. We have JK's album. And Jimin is working on something. So that's at least 5 more times Billboard will change its rules. Just saying.
Prioritizing the Billboard charts and risking music show wins and consequently not even trying for Korean awards. Also, since BTS started attending and being nominated to the Grammys, K-pop acts are now saying that what they're aiming for is the Grammys, even when they have just debuted. They are also submitting their songs and albums to be considered for Grammy nominations, even when they struggle to chart locally and don't have other major
I swear to God. Bora, you know exactly what you're doing. I got my eyes on you. Oh my lord.
awards in America or Korea. Number 3, Love Yourself.
Love yourself as a concept.
I will soon drop a video about the problem with concepts in K-pop. But since BTS released Love Yourself, one of their most successful trilogies and the one that converted them into worldwide icons, multiple K-pop acts started using self-love and self-acceptance as a concept.
Find yourself, love yourself.
I'm pretty sure I saw this sequence in one of your other videos, actually, Bora.
As I began to love myself, I realized all my pains came from trying to be someone else. I face my true self. I don't care what the others call me. Express yourself.
Some, of course, are very thoughtful, and BTS may truly have inspired others to talk about these topics. But I just think it's funny how multiple groups started using the exact same phrases BTS uses and treat the love yourself message as a concept that lasts only for an era, and then they move on and never talk about it ever again. This person commented,
I see your angle, because technically, you know, obviously they, you know, people can truly be inspired and encouraged or even motivated to do certain things after seeing other people do it, you know, but treating it as a concept is different. BTS didn't treat it as a concept. They really like put themselves out there, their vulnerable moments, their darkest moments, and use that as a means to heal and start this process of loving yourself. You know, it's been an ongoing thing. It was never like, all right, let's, you know, now we're gonna switch to something else. I think it ties so nicely into what BTS has done and the growth that they've had as human beings, as artists, and the same thing goes for ARMY. It's just natural. It's authentic.
in my last video. A sub-trend to this is the emphasis of psychological concepts such as self and persona. It is certain that this stems from Namjoon's own extensive knowledge and interest for these subjects, and that's why no one before BTS has really paid attention to this concept until recent years. Number 2, characters.
취미는 맛있다. 취미는 잘하고 있으려나.
BT21.
열심히 했다. 연습.
BTS were the first group to create characters that represent them in a non-human version. These are like alter egos of each member. The first time they did this was in 2014, and they were called hip-hop monsters. These characters had their own
I got a little postcard.
Plushies. However, the ones who truly paved the way for all the other characters in the music industry were BT21. Unlike other groups that follow the trend, BTS did not only promote the BT21 characters. Each BTS member designed and created a background story for their own BT21 characters. This way, each of them represents each member. BTS were also the only ones to create a character that represents their fandom. I could only find 2 other groups that released characters before BTS. However, when these groups released their own characters, they were more like a digital or doll version of the members. These were a little closer to Tiny Town, who in a way are the mini versions of BTS. On the other hand, BT21 are more than just online characters. They are very specific animal or non-human characters that represent the group and that are promoted in many ways. They have 3 seasons of a web series called BT21 Universe.
They have even more now. They have more, and they even released music.
They have a variety of different collections of plushies, keychains, stickers, clothes, backpacks, and many other.
Literally, at this point, they have everything you can possibly think of. BT21, like everything that you can see in your house, they have it. Everything. You want spoons, you want forks, you want napkins, you want a keyboard, you want a fridge. I'm telling you, whatever you want.
These characters have become such a big thing that there are even non-armies buying their merchandise. And of course, since the BT21 characters got such massive success, multiple other groups also released their own animal characters with different types of merchandise.
Oh my god.
Number 1, the bank.
Okay, so I'll be completely honest. There's nothing wrong with anyone else. Like, the entire point of this video, or me saying the things I'm doing, we're not trying to gatekeep or like be like, no, just because we did it, like you shouldn't do it, or like shame on you. That's not the entire point. But it's just funny. It's just funny that everything that people are doing, and honestly, it just speaks of BTS's impact and influence. Literally, that's the main point of this entire thing. I'm not trying to sit here and like make fun of anyone or anything, but like, because every fandom is benefiting from them looking up to BTS. Obviously, that does not mean that you are replicating the same thing as BTS or even achieving. But all I'm saying is like, it's no coincidence that every time BTS does something, there's multiple other similar things that are happening. Like I said, all eyes on BTS. But like the thing is, like BTS are the original, right? Like they're let's take BT21 for example. They changed the entire game of how merch can be done. Like, let's just be honest for a second. They're characters you're attached to. They have their own storylines. They were part of the birthing of them being born, pretty much. And they're so involved, and it's like it's really this other universe, BTS. That's how it feels. And like, they truly did something unique with BT21. It speaks volumes when people that aren't even ARMY are buying these things, because first of all, they're super cute, they're colorful, they're nice, they're funny, they have music. It's like they have everything. They have live streams, they have different things they do. Like, I've just realized one thing through watching part 1 and part 2. We're not quite done yet, but every single time, it's like no matter what these guys do, it ends up as gold. Literally. That's what I'm realizing here. It's because I feel like they're just, as people, they're so authentic, and no matter what they do, they actually give it their all, and it just turns out magical. Look,
Bangtan Universe.
all I gotta say.
In my day, there was a band called The Who, and The Who took a concept,
Bangtan Universe, which we haven't watched yet, unfortunately.
Double album.
We stopped
songs that
at a
told
certain
a
point.
very specific story. And it strikes me that you guys are doing exactly the same thing in your own way.
Before someone says that this group did it first, I want to remind you the title of the video. The trend of creating a fictional storyline that connects music videos, short films, books, and or webtoons was created by BTS. Before them, there were a couple of groups who connected their music videos with a fictional storyline, but it was the Bangtan Universe, or BU, the one which got many people interested in the group, and the one which inspired many other groups to create their own alternative universe. The first alternative universe BTS created was the Bangtan Universe, which was based on the Save Me webtoon, and it has a very interesting, complicated storyline. This project and their overall message were some of the main reasons why BTS were invited to talk in the Grammy Museum for the first time. And most recently, BTS released another fictional storyline called Seven Fates Chako, which you can read.
And there's a Korean drama coming out on this.
On Webtoon or Wattpad. Thanks to the popularity of the BU, K-pop acts are now trying a little harder in the creation of meaningful music videos, and fans are coming up with theories and explanations, just like ARMY started doing.
Thank you once again, Bora. Thank you once again, Bora. I think it's quite interesting to see the difference and to see what BTS are doing. Honestly, I just feel like it's. Sorry, I'm being distracted by myself.
And
I just feel like it's who BTS are. They're destined for greatness. Literally, that's how it feels. They're destined for greatness, and they have a purpose, and they have an imprint on the entire world, and they will continue to build upon this legend that they are writing. Honestly, I have never seen anything like this. I feel like the reason why BTS's fandom, ARMY, the popularity, the loyalty, the strength of the bond between artists and the fans, this family, I think it all stems from the fact that all of these little things that BTS has done, little and big things, it changed people's lives. Like, it's something you haven't seen before. It's something you haven't been part of before. It's something that, they just catch you. They just take you in like a whirlwind, and you're, next thing you have a ton of albums, and you're a full-fledged army. You just love them. Like, it's hard to put into words. But once again, this is not anyone trying to like gatekeep, but credit has to be given where it's due. It's no coincidence that every time BTS did something that was remotely recognized, or something that they saw in success, which is pretty much everything they do, everyone else are like, you know what? Let's hop on it. Let's do the same thing. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but what I have to say, it's just, I just don't think it will ever live up to what BTS are doing. And perhaps that's not the point. I know, but I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't think it's possible. These 7 guys have, and with the staff and all the people in the back, of course, but they have created something that cannot be replicated. Literally, you cannot replicate this. Not now, not in 100 years or 200 years. You just can't. Because they didn't follow anyone. That's what I want to say. Like, BTS didn't really follow anyone. They didn't look at what someone else was doing and was like, let's hop on it. They literally paved their own way. They chose their own path, because once again, they didn't have that agency over their head the way these other groups probably do. And I think they just had such a healthy environment where they could literally be given the creative freedom to do what they want. And these guys are so intelligent. They're so intelligent, they're so talented, and most of all, they work so hard, and they're passionate, and it's just, I can't wrap my mind around it. But look, this is a once in a lifetime experience. Literally, BTS will be in all history books. They will be talked about in the future, in the very distant future. And I am just happy that I am here now in this time, and I'm not having to read about it in history books. You know how we read sometimes like, oh, this happened like 300 years ago. No, we're here. We're living this every day. We're part of this journey. Some of you longer than me, some of you at the same time as me, some of you perhaps even shorter. But the point is, we're here now. And honestly, I'll never take that for granted. Thank you so much, Bora, for another video. I'm sure you could probably make a third part, fourth, even fifth on this. Because literally, I am just, no matter what they do, it catches on like wildfire. And look, if I go and do something, right now, if I go and do something, no one's going to bat an eye. No one's going to be like, you know what, we have to do that as well. No. But these guys, they do one thing, and the world is like, let's do it as well. Incredible. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.